Welcome to This Explainer. Lately, you literally cannot scroll through social media or walk through a bookstore without bumping into the concept of manifestation. It's absolutely everywhere right now. So, with all that information and, let's be honest, misinformation floating around, we're going to peel back the layers today. We're going to demystify the techniques that so many people swear by and really explore how manifestation actually works from a grounded scientific perspective.
But first, let's just cut right to the chase and ask the ultimate question. Do dreams actually come true just by thinking about them? A lot of us are looking for the logical side here, right? We want to know if there's a real, tangible bridge between the big dreams floating around in our heads and the actual lives we are living day to day. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at effective manifestation techniques. Then we'll break down gratitude and the famous 3-6-9 rule. After that, we'll ask the tough question, does it really work? And finally, we'll uncover the real secret, the dynamic between your thoughts and your actions. Section 1. Effective manifestation techniques. We're moving right past the abstract theories here and jumping straight into the practical, actionable steps you can start using today.
The first heavy-hitter technique is called scripting. This is where you write in the present tense, exactly as if you've already achieved your goal, and you pack it with specific, vivid details. It's like sitting down with a journal and writing your very own success story. But, and this is crucial, you write it as if it's unfolding for you right at this very second. It's designed to be a highly sensory experience to literally wire your brain for that specific reality.
So instead of jotting down something vague like, I will get a job, you write something like, I am so incredibly happy in this new job and my team is just amazing. See the difference? Using this highly specific present tense phrasing actively trains your brain through detailed focus. You're putting yourself mentally into that environment, which actually changes how you process the information around you every single day.
Next up, we have visualization. This practice suggests spending 5 to 10 minutes a day with your eyes closed. But here's the real kicker. You aren't just seeing the goal. You have to actively feel and hear the achievement. Visualization isn't just a visual exercise. It's about deeply feeling that success to build serious internal momentum. You want to ask yourself, what does my success actually sound like? How does it physically feel in my chest?
And that leads us perfectly into affirmations. We're talking about repeating targeted phrases morning and night. Things like, I am successful, or good opportunities are coming my way. When you repeat these positive affirmations, you are literally training your mind to default to that specific way of thinking. You are essentially taking your brain's old, negative programming and overriding it with new, empowering instructions.
Moving right along, Section 2. Gratitude and the 3-6-9 rule. These offer a highly structured, almost regimented framework for building your daily system. Okay, you have almost certainly seen these numbers floating around online. 3, 6, and 9. The 3-6-9 method breaks down like this. You write your goal down 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times at night. Now, while some people claim these numbers are somehow mystical, our sources highlight that the real secret here, the actual science, is that it builds unbelievable consistency. You're forcing yourself to keep your biggest goal top of mind at the beginning, middle, and end of your day. Then we've got the gratitude practice. This practice brilliantly illustrates a huge psychological shift, moving your mindset away from a place of lack and into a place of abundance. Practicing gratitude isn't just about politely saying thanks. By focusing intensely on what you already have, you stop acting out of desperation and start operating from a place of having enough, and that completely changes how you approach new challenges. All right, Section 3. Does it really work? We've covered the aspirational stuff, so let's hit pause and bring in a grounded, analytical reality check.
Because here is the honest truth, and we need to say it out loud. There is absolutely zero scientific proof that the universe just hands out gifts simply because you thought or wrote about them. Let's explicitly drop the woo-woo angle for a second to validate the skeptics in our audience. There's no magic wand here. But the lack of magic doesn't mean these techniques are useless. It just means they work a bit differently than some influencers might claim.
So what is actually happening? The crucial point here is understanding the concept of a self-fulfilling prophecy. By definition, this is when you believe in something so strongly that you unconsciously start taking actions in that direction. This psychological concept is the absolute bedrock of all of this. It grounds the entire idea of manifestation in actual behavioral science rather than just wishful thinking. Essentially, your belief dictates your behavior.
Let's break down exactly why this works from a psychological standpoint.
Number 1, it gives you intense focus and clarity on what you actually want. Number 2, it ramps up your daily motivation and consistency. And 3, it builds the confidence you need to actually spot and grab opportunities when they pop up. These psychological benefits are the real mechanisms making manifestation techniques incredibly effective productivity and mindset tools.
Which brings us to our final part, Section 4, the real secret, thought and action. This is arguably the most empowering takeaway of this entire explainer.
The core formula here is brilliantly simple. Thought plus work equals real results. Manifestation absolutely cannot and should not be limited to just sitting around thinking. The source material makes it incredibly clear. You have to combine those focused, positive thoughts with actual physical steps. It's like the engine and the steering wheel of a car working together to get you to your destination. You can visualize the finish line all day long, but you still have to lace up your shoes and run the race.
So I want to leave you with one final, provocative question to chew on today. What do you actually want to manifest? Is it a massive jump in your career, better relationships, your health? Take these highly practical, scientifically grounded tools we've unpacked today and connect them to your own personal goals. Remember, your thoughts absolutely set the direction, but it's your actions that cover the distance. Get out there and start taking action today. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer.